Hello and welcome to another brand new edition of Colours of India, your weekly cultural diary on Rajya Sabha television. I'm Smriti Rastogi, bringing you all the cultural updates in the week gone by. Let's first take a look at the highlights of this week. First up this week, a play by Delhi Technological University's Dramatic Society, Pratibimb. Next, we take you to an exhibition showcasing refugees' journey from home to asylum. And finally, Jamard Music Festival, the concert tour. First up today is a multi-layered play, Kumari, presented by Delhi Technological University's Dramatic Society, Pratibimb. The play brought forth the battle between the characters and the actors of Indian epic Mahabharat, not in Kurukshetra but on stage. Take a look yourself.
प्रणाम। हाँ बताइए। प्रणाम। आइए। आप ही की तो कमी थी इस बड़े सवाल।
Delhi Technological University's Dramatic Society Pratibimb gave theatre lovers a memorable evening through their annual production Kumari.
बाबा, बाबा, बाबा आपको तो हमें बचाने के लिए आना चाहिए था ना?
मैं तुम्हें सिखाऊंगा अभिमन्यु कि जीवन और मृत्यु दोनों ही अंधकार के प्रतीक।
Directed by Ayush, the 50-minute English play is a tale that bridges the past and present and encompasses the complexities of emotions.
यह केशव की नहीं, एकलव्य की कौमुदी है। तुम्हें तुम्हारे उत्तर केशव की कौमुदी से नहीं, एकलव्य की कौमुदी से प्राप्त होंगे, क्योंकि यह केशव के षड्यंत्र की कौमुदी नहीं।
From Abhimanyu's dilemma and Eklavya's certainty on the blood-soaked soil of Kurukshetra to Paritosh's grudge and Satyashil's vision on the holy confluence of Prayag, Kumari brings forth the battle between the characters and the actors of Mahabharat, not in Kurukshetra but on stage. Set in the late 1960s Allahabad, the play gripped audience with its interesting characters and thought-provoking dialogues.
देखिए एकलव्य, हमने चक्री को छठे द्वार तक सीख लिया था और सातवें द्वार तक हम सीख नहीं पाए।
अरे रहने दीजिए, कोई फायदा थोड़ी हो, मरना तो आपको था।
It was organized by Saitan Theatre Group in association with Akshara Theatre.
तू सीख ले, भेद सब तंत्र मंत्र सब अस्त्र शस्त्र, हर नीति न्याय हर हल उपाय।
Actually, this festival gives us a great opportunity कि मतलब perfect opportunity है ये सबके सामने अपना play दिखाने का एक बार and theatre को as an art form explore करने का कि not as a competition, लोगों के लिए theatre दिखाने का जिसलिए हम theatre करते हैं तो वो एक बहुत बड़ी opportunity देखते हैं and obviously अक्षरा में perform करने में हमेशा ही खुशी होती है।
आगे तो ये है नीलिमा।
The play opened with the thespian Satyashil, who is at the peak of his career. The aging actor, who earned fame by playing Eklavya, the iconic student of Dronacharya from the epic Mahabharat, reached the last days of his career in Nilima Theatre. And that was when his son and a young actor Paritosh was called by Nilima Theatre's manager to replace his father and play the role of Eklavya.
कलाकारों के कलाकार सत्यशील की, तुम्हारे पिता सत्यशील के नहीं।
वो हमारे पिता नहीं।
Satyashil, whose eyesight was also failing, seemed unhappy with the decision. He felt Paritosh was inappropriate for the role.
महान सत्यशील जी, कलाकारों के कलाकार सत्यशील मंच पर चढ़ के कुछ भी बोलेंगे, कुछ भी करेंगे और दर्शक उनके लिए ताली बजाएंगे। क्यों?
तुम दोनों को बचाना असंभव था।
On the other hand, Paritosh considered his father a coward who failed to save his mother.
मैं बहुत दुर्बल।
बाबा, बाबा आपने तो हमारे हाथ ही जोड़ दी।
The play also provided a glimpse of their past lives, enabling the audience understand the relationship of hatred between the two.
तो प्रोटैगनिस्ट है हमारे कहानी के, सत्यशील और परितोष, दोनों बाप बेटे हैं। उनके अराउंड ये पूरी कहानी घूमती है कि कैसे एक बाप और बेटा, और जो महाभारत की कहानी है वो कैसे पैरेलल चलती है। मतलब उस चीज़ पे हमारी पूरी ये जो नाटक हम पेश कर रहे हैं उस चीज़ पे ये बेस्ड है।
अब सिर्फ एक कलाकार ही बन के रह गए सत्यशील, सिर्फ एक कलाकार, न एक अच्छे पति बन पाए, न ही एक अच्छे बाप बन पाए।
दोस्त, मैं क्लब की बात कर रहा था, अपनी नहीं।
Sahil brilliantly enacted the young actor. The thought-provoking conversation between him and his father Satyashil added an element of thrill in the narrative.
इसलिए आप एकलव्य करने में इतने सक्षम भी हैं, क्योंकि आपने कभी मंच पर एकलव्य तो किया नहीं। एकलव्य के बेच में हमेशा सत्यशील को किया है, सत्यशील को ही निभाया है।
तो हर कला में इंसान यही करता है परितोष, तुम भी तो यही कर रहे हो।
Not just the acting, the direction in the play was also brilliant. Every dramatic element was meticulously placed, keeping the audience's interest in mind.
कि दुर्योधन का वध होते ही ये युद्ध खत्म हो जाएगा और तुम उन सैकड़ों लोगों के प्राणों को बचा पाओगे जो कि नहीं पांडव है नहीं कौरव, जो सिर्फ तुम लोगों के निजी युद्ध में पिस रहे हैं, मर रहे हैं।
ये नॉर्मल महाभारत नहीं है, इसमें नॉर्मल महाभारत के साथ हमने एकलव्य जैसे महाभारत को देखेंगे वो दिखाया है। और फिर हमने जैसे जो सत्यशील हैं, जो हमारे पिता हैं, वो एकलव्य करते हैं और हम अभिमन्यु करते हैं। तो हम नाटक के अंदर वाले नाटक में अभिमन्यु और एकलव्य कर रहे हैं और बाहर हम परितोष और सत्यशील हैं। तो वो एक पैरेलल हमने निकाला है कहानी में।
The best part about the play was its narrative technique. The narrative weaved in a play within a play, where on one side it dealt with the strained father-son relationship, while a story from the Mahabharat was also running in the parallel. The scene when Abhimanyu, Arjun's son, put forth certain questions before Eklavya's ghost had the audience glued to their seats. The intense scenes were carefully crafted, leaving the audience asking for more.
सब कहाँ हैं? इतने सारे कौरव यहाँ पर हैं तो कितने सारे पांडव भी तो खाली होंगे। कहाँ गए सब? प्रणाम।
It's difficult for an actor to play an actor on stage, but this play is certainly a beautiful attempt. Hope you enjoyed it too. With that, time for a very short break on the show. Lots more coming up on the other side. Stay with us. When we return, we take you to an exhibition showcasing refugees' journey from home to asylum. Welcome back after the break. Let's now take you to an immersive audio-visual art exhibition by Delhi-based Refugee Law Center Migration and Asylum Project. On display were 6 art installations offering a glimpse into the life of refugees. Here's more.
Those interested in impactful art installations were in for a treat as artist Kalyani Nedungadi presented an exhibition titled Passage to Asylum, the Journey of a Million Refugees. Organized by Delhi-based Refugee Law Center, Migration and Asylum Project, the exhibition offered a glimpse into the life of refugees. Their plight, struggle, fears, separation from loved ones and their forced deportation were shown through 6 art installations. Kalyani says she, along with her team, wanted to create something that will help visitors understand more about refugees and the problems that they face, right from finding a shelter to feeding themselves and finding employment in a foreign land. She drew inspiration for this exhibition from first-hand accounts of refugees, as well as a number of artists who deal with the subject of chaos.
We wanted to do something that was a public outreach program, something that gave information to the public, made them more aware about, the experience of refugees and asylum seekers. So we decided to do it as an art exhibition because we think that, art has a very powerful ability to tell a story that, otherwise might not come out. So we kind of wanted to represent a human experience. These refugees could be any of us. It's just circumstance, They also just want to live normal lives and they had to flee conflict and war.
To enhance visitors' experience, the exhibition was designed in an interactive format. There were 4 profiles based on real refugees from conflict-torn countries. A visitor needed to pick up a card with a refugee profile in order to experience his or her life. The exhibition was divided into 6 installations or rooms that symbolically depicted the varying stages of a refugee's journey from home to conflict to asylum. An audio guide was also carefully curated to augment the atmosphere of each installation. The rooms were designed to be viewed in accompaniment with this audio guide.
Kalyani worked with Maya Gupta, who's an architect based in Delhi, and together they've come up with this entire exhibition, which is an immersive installation, and its entire objective is to help create public awareness and help people understand what the refugee crisis is and what it is that actually makes an individual a refugee.
What it tries to do is have people experience what an asylum seeker or a refugee goes through, the different stages and the various hardships. And we feel like if this art exhibit can convey even a little bit of that to people, that would force them to rethink many of the misconceptions they have about asylum seekers and refugees in the countries.
In the first installation, Home, the artist represented personal belongings and memories of refugees. The second installation, Conflict, the Exploded, displayed how their home disintegrates into conflict. Their transformation into the claustrophobic spaces that asylum seekers squeeze themselves into as they cross borders were captured in the third installation. In room 4, the artist created a hostile world to depict an alien country, while the asylum tribunal was the room that decided the fate of an asylum seeker. While another room showed how refugees were forcefully deported to their home country if their profile as a refugee was rejected.
I think it's beautifully done. The entire journey from prior to being a refugee to having a life in a country with some sort of an upheaval or a problem, and going through the entire route of the journey, of the actual travel, of going through losing everything, of sitting in hope, of wanting to improve, wanting things to change, but it's not really entirely in their hands, and actually coming out of it successfully. For instance, it was quite interactive because I got a card which I picked and I was rejected. So I was part of the rejected group. But people I came with were part of the accepted group. So it actually is very gut-wrenching because when you think about it and, actually being rejected, what does a refugee do? He goes back to a place which he was trying to run away from. So it hits you. It's very, very well thought of. It's very nicely put up.
Every object put up in the exhibition was carefully selected to give it a universal appeal. According to a UN data, 68.5 million people have been forcibly displaced worldwide due to war, violence and persecution. Among them are 25.4 million refugees, over half of whom are under the age of 18. This exhibition was an attempt to create empathy for the refugees as humans.
Artist Kalyani Nedungadi very carefully designed each installation or room as well as its order to illustrate the lived experience of an asylum seeker. Hope you would also be appreciating the amount of creativity and effort that this young artist put in. On that note, we'll slip into another very quick break. Still more to come on the show. Do stay with us. On the other side, Jamgar Music Festival, the concert tour. Welcome back after the break. A one-of-the-kind of musical extravaganza, Jamgar Music Festival and the concert tour enthralled Delhi audience recently. The concert featured as many as 20 Indian and international artists, including Las Tablas from Madrid, independent Sufi and rock music band the Terra Rosa Gypsies, English rock and blues artist Bernie Marsden. Here's a sneak peek of the festival.
Delhiites witnessed one-of-a-kind musical night at the Jamgar Music Festival. The extravaganza featured a flamenco group from Spain called La Tabla, Terra Rosa Gypsies playing their rock fusion, Hindi Punjabi songs with Sufi strings, and English rock and blues artist Bernie Marsden, the founder member of Whitesnake Band, with his evergreen songs. From indie beats to flamenco and from tabla rhythms to hardcore metal, it was a dream amalgamation for the music lovers. The La Tabla is known worldwide for its high-quality traditional flamenco features. The group enthralls spectators with the richness and variety of authentic flamenco tradition. This feast of music and dance was organized as part of the Jamgar Music Festival, a collaborative concert tour by the Terra Rosa Gypsies. Jamgar, conceptualized 3 years ago as a private congregational of musicians in Ramgarh, Uttarakhand. The festival aims to provide a quiet and inspiring space for artists to gather, share their talents and influences, and collaborate and create new music.
जैमगढ़ बेसिकली जैमिंग से आया है, और जैमिंग आप समझते हैं कि संगीत में जो जैमिंग करना होता है उससे आया है। और रामगढ़ पे हमने पहला जो जैमगढ़ किया था, तो इसलिए गढ़ जैम्स और गढ़ को मिला के जैमगढ़ बना है। और टेरा रोसा जिप्सी का हिस्सा है। जैमगढ़ हम साल में 1 मरतबा करते हैं, अब आने वाले वक्त में शायद 2 मरतबा किया करेंगे।
The multi-city musical extravaganza featured as many as 20 highly acclaimed international and Indian artists. Apart from the Spanish flamenco by La Tabla, Terra Rosa Gypsies and Bernie Marsden, the musical festival also featured a set of evocative poetry by Shelley, renowned film lyricist of Devdi, Urta Punjab and Marziyan fame. Offering a perfect blend of true rock, blues and Indian fusion with Spanish and Latin dance rhythms, the festival was indeed a treat for music lovers.
And time now for our weekly cultural calendar, where we tell you about all the upcoming cultural events in your city. In Pune, an event titled Rhythm of the Soul will be held at Ganesh Kala Krida Rangamanch, Keshav Rao Road, 6 p.m. on 27th of January. In Delhi, the Saz Rang is scheduled to be held at the Steen Auditorium, India Habitat Centre, Lodhi Road at 7 p.m. from 22nd of January. In Chennai, the Russian Tanits Russian Cultural Festival will be held at RC Centre, Kasturi Rangan Road, Alawarpet at 10:45 a.m. on January 26th. In Mumbai, an event, Khiraj, will be held at Bal Gandharv Rang Mandir, Bandra West at 6:30 p.m. on 23rd of January. And in Bengaluru, an event, Kathaila, is scheduled to be held at Indian Music Experience, JP Nagar, 6:30 p.m. on 26th January. You can also send us the details of cultural events in your city. You can write into us on sabrang.rstv@gmail.com. You can also send us your suggestions and valuable feedback on Twitter. You can also watch our program on YouTube. That's it from us this week. See you again with a brand new episode next week. Until then, take care of yourself. It's a goodbye from the entire team.